Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gillesmansillon. Welcome to my channel. I thought I'd jump into those philosophical conversations and talk about a very important subject, a few of them. The first one is that we're really here to fulfill this in this incarnation, the path of ascension, of self-mastery. It is pre-planned. It's not when this will happen. It's not if that will happen. It is when that will happen. But we've already set that plan in motion when we were born to fulfill. For we had many incarnations on this planet and many others, and for a long time we wanted to achieve this freedom, but we couldn't do it. But yet we did a lot of good works in each of those incarnations. It is like Jean-Jacques Rousseau in this last book, the dream of a solitary wanderer. He wished he would live more. He wished he had done more with his life. But in a sense, we do what we can with the circumstances of our life. And in this life, we really are called to fulfill, to complete the cycle. And for that, that's why this life is not so easy, because for a long time we had those lives and they say, well, this karma, well, I'll put it in the future, 1,000 years, 100,000 years in the future. We'll deal with that later. And in this life, we want to fulfill the ascension. So we're taking in all kinds of energies that we've been putting on hold, so to transmute the darkness. So it is just to hold on to the rein of your chariot, and just know that we're just evacuating so much. For in the past, in order to achieve ascension, like the Buddha, the Christ, Saint Germain, many other great masters that are less known maybe, have achieved ascension, but they transmuted 100% of their karma before they could feel the first drop of ascension. When in this life, Saint Germain, this master, went into the karmic board, and they made an agreement for the earth to ascend, and the humanity to ascend. They need to fulfill 51% of their karma. So that means if 51% of your thoughts are positive, if your life is mainly positive, you already, and you want to ascend, you're already on this path, and you can already feel the benefits of ascension. So we move. So we don't have to wait till the whole thing. Yet after that, there is those 49% that still needs to be dealt with. So it's go to 48, 46, 47, 46, 45, and then until it's all done, and then we'll get the full ascension. For we need to balance out all the energies, and so. So it is. I'm going to pull a few cards. So it is. There is a lot in this world. If we look inside the world, there is a lack of peace. There is a lack of harmony. There is a lack of divine justice. But all of this needs to be rebalanced, and you have to decide. Peace and harmony starts with me now. Divine justice starts with me now, and to fulfill that, to get that, to anchor that each and every day, to anchor that, and call on the masters to anchor you, to assist you in that. For us, it is very important to concentrate on this inner flame. It's a little flame we have within us, and to let it grow, to focus, to visualize, to imagine, to the center of the heart. There is this divine flame, this extension of source that is the pure spark of divine light, force energy, the adamantine particles of light that are made of this divine sacred fire essence, and to imagine that, or to feel, or to make it that your soul flame fuse with the soul flame of your I am presence, of your divinity. Once this is really well anchored, and your monad, your soul group, then this inner connection is made. You want to ask the company of heavens, your guides, your angels, the archangels, the ascended master, to ignite their own flame into your own heart, so they can manifest all around you in the physical world. So this inner flame is matched by the outer flames of the spirits. And so, and as soon as you ask, it is given. And so there is this secret decree that was made for the people of the earth, that whenever they ask, it is given. So it's like whenever you ask, any masters will respond, or archangel, immediately for any assistance. It is just the doubts, or the free will has to come into the way we receive that assistance, or that fusion with that spirit souls. It is only depending on our level of faith. For those beings are just as real as you and I or anybody else. It's like just not in physicality. They live in a realm that is so magical, and so we can't even imagine. We have lost this memory when we came down here, and we're reintegrating a little bit by little bit. But we'll eventually get there. When we ascend, we'll move into this heavenly realm. But as you ask, it is given. It's all about free will. God's give you this free will, the free will to choose. So I'm going to pull a few cards from there and then discuss a few more important ideas. For this, we're between the eclipse season, so the big eclipse time. So it's like everything is in transition. It's like all kinds of things. Thank you for liking, and thank you for sharing, and for commenting, subscribing, and thank you for your donations. And for if you want a private session, you can send me an email. For the past is forgiveness. We've been using forgiveness. We have to forgive ourselves and others. Very important, and we'll have to continue to work with through forgiveness and to be completely free. For if we're not forgiving, if we're still holding on to some negative tie, we will have to deal with all those energies and to cut cords, to find this balance. Where we are now is the intuition, the level of intuition that is increasing, and the future, what's coming in the future, is the triumph of the light. We'll feel so good in ourselves, in our empowerment. We're going to reach that point of empowerment. What we're working on now is luck, it's blessings, it's miracles, is really the good fortune that is coming to receive it, and what is coming in the future as a result of that, accepting that luck, that miracle, that blessing, that magical side of light, will be great revelations. Great revelations are going to be coming there are certain things we don't want to know, honestly. There are certain things that is better that God keeps hidden from us, but there is so much that we need to know in order to shift that empowerment. And so we want to connect to the fifth dimensional pyramid of light. Project yourself, imagine you have this pyramid of light, and you can go there. You have your creator, you have Father, Mother, God, you have all your guides, your angels, the company of heaven can meet you there, and there is completely free of astral interference when you project your consciousness there. And this pyramid of light is connected to collective pyramid and world pyramids. And so it is. You can do much work there. You can continue to crystallize this vision. We have many twin flames energy that are scattered around the universe in many dimensions. For every time we had an incarnation, we left a part of ourselves above it, and so we need to retrieve all those energies, and even the lower incarnations on the planet. We've done a lot of work, and we integrated a lot of knowledge from each of them, even if we did not fulfill completely the ascension process. So we need to regather all those little parts of ourselves that's been scattered, and we want to create a lifeline to the soul, and to our monad. For it is a very powerful force that guides our life, that pushes our life in certain direction, and that is our monad. It's a term that was used by Leibniz in the 17th century. This great philosopher. He was saying, "I'm the attorney of God. I'm here to defend God for the word of God," and so he invented the binary systems. Very brilliant philosopher, and he invented this term monad. This monad is a soul group. We are created by groups, and we is the most intimate, and it is a force that guides our life. So we don't want to struggle against the flow of our creation and allow ourselves to be guided by this force, this higher force that guides our life, that is intimately connected with our own soul and a higher self. And then we want to create another lifeline to our guides and angels and the company of heaven. For the Creator is connected to all the lifeline, and so it's like we can drawing in from many points. And for God is everywhere, and there is no place where God is not. And so that we can draw it on, but we want to draw it on from above, from within, and we want to move forward. We never want to move backwards, and so always look forward. And it's just connecting this lifeline from your heart to the spirit realm. And for the new earth, will be equipped with very the new earth. This new earth that we're going to be moving on is not going to be technologically. Well, there's going to be technologies that are going to assist, but all the portals and the life systems will be completely naturally implemented. So there'll be natural portals and natural technology. So there won't be technology for this, so they won't be able to misuse the technology, because it's going to be natural portals that will assist us in creating this new society. I'm going to pull a few cards. For there's two fears that are very important to overcome all fears, but the fear of death, the first one, is the fear of death. If we're afraid of dying, we're afraid of living. For the appointment is already taken. As mortals, we're already going to die. It is part of the process of mortal beings. Unless we achieve ascension, then we can even maybe take our physical body with us, and we'll never have to recognize, to have that experience. But death is nothing to be feared. Therefore, if we're afraid of fear, life begins where fear ends, and another fear that we need to overcome is the fear of what other people think. To be yourself, no matter what. You don't have to justify your behavior, or as long as you don't hurt no one, you just stay true to yourself. You will find far more gratification than rather to mold into what other people want to you to be molded in, because that will comfort the illusions. Another important subject that I want to discuss is that it's important to stop discussing this corona circus and everything around it. For what we resist persists, even if we fight against the illusions of those people that are want to push all those completely crazy programs on us. We'll still maintain it if we can find other subject of discussion, other subject of thoughts. If enough people do it, it will accelerate the process where all things will be eliminated. For they want to create this pass, just one subject, this pass for those who are vaccinated and those who are not vaccinated. But if they want to be coherent within that system, they need to list all the medical history of all the people with everything on it. So which is completely against human rights. The medical privacy is medical secrets. Everybody has the right to hold that information without being exposed to the world. So it will not last very long, and to find other subject of discussions to stop fighting against that, because it will keep it in. It's taking so long because everybody's so implicated in biology, in like virology and illness and all those things, and even those who are fighting it are actually maintaining it in frequency. So think about something else, talk about something else, let go of all that, and do as it's already gone, and it will accelerate the process. For we are inside this eclipse, between eclipse, and so it is time to relax and very much about being in a receptive mode. It is important to be receptive and to prepare ourselves for the great shift that is coming. We have some of the same cards that we had in French reading. For the highest wisdom is imagination. Continue to imagine, imagine all those wonderful things. Continue to use your imagination positively, and all the problems that needs to be solved in the future. Imagine that they will be solved with grace and ease, by miracles, by magic. Like everything will flow normal. That will flow into that. Everything will be brought into balance by divine intervention. Call on the divine intervention. Call on, accept. The more you call on the divine intervention and accept it and know that they will happening in your life, the more they will be happening, and the faster and the more powerful, the more we believe and are sincere from what we ask, the faster it will come. What we need to understand is the destinies. We're destined to become sovereign being, to become to get into this space of fulfillment, this space of ascension, to become ascended masters. What we need to do is to learn to work with all the invisible light forces of the universe, all the positive forces, the soul, the monad, the guides, the angels, the company of heaven, the creator. To work more efficiently, more and more, to integrate more and more. And the outcome will be regeneration. We're going to be regenerated. We are being regenerated, although a lot of the process may be still unconscious or superconscious for some. There is great Akashic memories, like the pyramids, all the memory of what's going on in the earth, or Max, the crystal skull of Atlantis, or all the memory of all this lost history. For there are many Akashic memory storage. There are holographic stories. But there are also angel recorders, that they are the living records. But all of those memories, those libraries, or those angel recorders is only for the spiritual communities and the ascending communities, the descending community, to utilize those as books to show the records. But God does not need that. God is omniscient. God is a memory that shall never be forgotten. Not a single thought you ever had, the words you had, an action you took has been forgotten by deity. God knows all things intrinsically. He doesn't need all that. He's created all that just for practical purpose, for the evolution of his creation. So just you can eventually, we're going to be able to draw on this information directly from the great cosmic mind, the great one. And I also wanted to say it's very important to clear up all the fears before you're going to sleep. The fear, the anger, everything is very important. Otherwise, you may be intersected by negative entities during your sleep. That can be very dangerous right now, mostly between the eclipse. So just before you sleep, take the time to forgive, to make peace, to focus, to clear up, to breathe, to clear up all the negative before you go to sleep. So you can, it's an exercise, but it is important to utilize sage and clear up your aura, whatever it takes, to really not go to sleep angry or fearful, and it's like otherwise you wake up with those energies and you don't know what's been going on during your sleep. So you want to, if you can make this peace peace with yourself and peace to surround the call on the archangels, call on the masters, call on your guides, to really fill you with light right just before you go to sleep. Then you have this automatic protection. During those times, I won't speak about walk-ins. I was going to talk about walk-ins, but it's a bit a long story, so I'll save that for another time. For there is this force that drives our life. It is the monad. It is we want to follow the flow rather than struggle against it. For the old teachings, they were saying you have to destroy the ego, desire, body. But it's an old teaching. Now we need to move into integration of love of this ego, desire, body rather than struggling with it. And that's I ask my ego to be under the control of my higher self. I accept that the ego is just an assistant to the soul. It is not the dominant force for. It is in a service to the soul. And also, I wanted to talk about another old teachings that need to be changed is the virtue of selfishness. It's very important to learn to be selfish, to take care of yourself first, for do no harm, of course. But you need to achieve something, integrate a knowledge before you can share it. You need to have something before you can be generous and share it in the world. So take care of yourself first. Once you achieve that, then you will know selflessness. You will be then when we achieve the ascension, we learn to know benevolence and selflessness. We'll be all in the giving situation. But first, we need to acquire this integration of ourselves. So your own ascension is the first priority. You will lead to the unselfish way of mastery, of course. But you need to take care of that first, and not to believe that someone else is more important, something else is more important than your well-being and your ascension. So. There is a choice that the souls are made for many souls. There's many paths, many different ways. But there's the choice of spirit or the choice of illusions, and the choice we make in this incarnation will determine a whole timeline that can be very long. So it's choose well. I recommend you choose the goodness, the truth, the beauty, and the freedom of the ascension. For everybody who's looking for freedom and love at some level, and even those who are choosing the illusion. But it will be very determinant in terms of future incarnation we may choose to, because once we achieve the ascension, we'll have no more anything to learn from the physical realm. We incarnate on Paradise Planet, on Ascended World, or we go back to Source, or there will be many choices. But sometimes we'll choose to return just because the lower worlds that are in conflict are the ones that are needing our energies the most. So we may choose to return into other planets that we're going through another path of ascension. We don't really know. We say, well, I'll never do that again. But we've done it before, and we said we'll never do it again, and then we end up doing it again. But our service is greatly appreciated. It is a predestined. There is a predominant. Energy about the return, and the return to center, the return to source, the return to the integration of our spirit self. So it's like this life is about really going full circles. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wanted to. I don't know if I thank you for liking, for sharing. Yes, I did. Thank you for that. And for it is, I hope this channel will continue to grow. I'm going to change many things are going to be changing. So maybe I'll do more like hopefully travel video to share experiences and all kinds of other kinds of video. For now, discussing philosophy is a good. It's very important to be self-empowered, self-development, self-empowerment. It is very essential to focus on that, to know that our well-being takes precedence over any other thing. And there was this song. I'm finished with a song that came through my mind. I don't know why. Why the song would come to my mind when I wake up in the morning, maybe as an inspiration to sing it during this video. It's just a kind of sad song, but it's a song that speaks that love can transcend illness and death. Even some people can be dead. So sometimes they say, "Oh, this person is dead. I used to love him, or I used to like him or her." But it's like, why don't you love them? And it's like love transcends death, and it's like this eternal connection we have through love with those people we love, no matter what. And this song is about that. It's about that love transcends them. That's a song of Cat Stevens. It goes like this. My lady d'Arbanville, why do you sleep so still? I'll wake you tomorrow and you will be my fear. Yes, you will be my fear, my Lady d'Arbanville. Why does it grieve me so? But your heart seems so silent. Why do you breathe so low? Why do you breathe so low, my Lady d'Arbanville? Why do you sleep so still? I'll wake you tomorrow, and you will be my fear. Yes, you will be my fear, my Lady d'Arbanville. You look so cold tonight. Your lips feels like winter. Your skin has turned to white. Your skin has turned to white, my Lady d'Arbanville. Why do you sleep so still? I'll wake you tomorrow, and you will be my fear. Yes, you will be my fear. La 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 la. 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 My Lady d'Arbanville, you look so cold tonight. Your lips feels like winter. Your skin has turned to white. Your skin has turned to white. I love you, my lady. Though in your grave you lie, I'll always be with you. This rose will never die. This rose will never die. I love you, my lady. Though in your grave you lie, I'll always be with you. This rose will never die. This rose will never die. Beautiful song from a great poet, Cat Stevens. Was still playing music. He's changed his name now, but still a wonderful, talented poet. And the card of the day is the decision. The Archangel Jophiel. Free yourself from anything that prevents you from moving forward, needing to purify. An unjustified worry induced by the lack of trust in yourself. So let the birds be free. Recognize those things that are still blocking your experience and free yourself from it. For you have the power. It is given within each moment of now. So it is a matter of making a decision and sticking to it for a little while. And this purification will continue to progress and to process. So we need to balance out the energy. I am the divine justice. I am peace. I am peace and harmony starts with me now, and just allow yourself to already be in that frequency. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.